Hello there. Once again, this is Anton from Anton Will Obey, and this is an incredibly long overdue comic book haul. Went to El Paso, it's been a little over a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and just had a really good time. I haven't gone comic book shopping with a buddy in a long time. Got a local collector friend here in town, went with him, named Andy. Had a wonderful time, bought a lot of books, and just haven't got around to really putting them all together in a video. Just a lot of stuff been up this week. Anyway, picked up, these are ones I actually got online, issues of Creepy, 19 and 20. I thought these were amazing looking. They're not what I typically collect because they're slightly oversized, but I got a really good deal on them and just couldn't resist them, and so, you know, it's just something I couldn't pass on. Anyway, on to the comics that I bought in El Paso. Now, first off, I gotta say, there was a really weird store. It's one of my favorite comic book stores, but I haven't been to it it's been over a year since the whatever started. So the way they do it is they don't let you touch any of the comics. They don't want you to go and touch all of their books. What they do, so I'm like, well, how do I shop for comics if I can't flip through the books? And what they do is they have one of the store employees, it's two girls that run the store, and she's got like gloves on, and she goes through every single issue of her back issue supply, of which there's a couple dozen long boxes, and you just tell her that one, you know. And I was like, God, this is really awkward, this is really difficult. By the time we got through about 4 boxes, I was starting to enjoy it. Me and my friend were just like standing back there and we're like, oh, that one. And she started to, by the time we hit like our 4th box, she knew what we were looking for and what our tastes were. So and she was very knowledgeable about different books and like, well, you might be into this series, but you might not want this one because it's a one-off. It's like one of a mini series, so maybe you don't. And we're like, oh yeah, right. So, I mean, she was very knowledgeable. It was very awkward. It was very weird. Yeah, I've never had that before where you just stand there and somebody else flips through every issue and asks you if you want it. And they were all the same price. And I picked up Red Sonja, which by the time we got to the R's, she knew I wanted these Red Sonjas. I grabbed issue 10, 11, and 12. They had more. I just didn't want to like blow my entire wad at the first place we stopped. Picked up an issue of Purgatory, because I don't have many of those. Picked up a Danger Girl number 4. It's from IDW, which I'm not the biggest IDW guy at all. But, you know, it is what it is. This, I had to get this. The Quantum Quartet. This is Married with Children. This thing is so freaking weird. I mean, you've got Peg. You've got Al, Kelly, Bud, in a Fantastic Four like homage cover. I was just super thrilled with that. Could not leave that. Published by Now Comics, kind of a weird brand. Tick number 3 is the encore presentation, so it's like a second printing or something. But the first 5 issues of Tick, some of my favorite comic books of all time to read. The whole Night of a Million Billion Ninjas, before he ever teamed up with Arthur and got the weird cast ensemble of characters, and it's just Tick. I thought that was the best Tick and my personal favorite of the series. Purgatory, Dracula Gambit. I grabbed Action Comics number 662. This is Lois finally realizes or is showed that Clark Kent is Superman and they are the same person. And I know we've always thought this is stupid, but I recently saw a post online that Henry Cavill actually went and stood by the promo posters for Superman on opening of a theater, and nobody recognized that it was him. So maybe Clark Kent's outfit wasn't nearly as dumb as everybody's always said it was, because Superman was standing next to a picture of Superman and nobody could tell that it was him. So we'll go with that. I grabbed this just because I love Bombshell covers, and Tomb Raider because I love Tomb Raider. I actually prefer, me and my wife both love Tomb Raider, but she's into the Angelina Jolie teal tank top Tomb Raider, the first version. I kind of like the younger, inexperienced, dirtier Tomb Raider. I just think I like the stories better. But anyway, that's just me. Picked up, we went to a second comic book store. We went to like 3 or 4 comic book stores. But I got a full set of the Atomics. Well, I don't know if it's a full set. I got a set of 1 through 8 of the Atomics for like, I think it was $7. I was like, that's really nice. Something's wrong with her chest in that picture, but what are you going to do? This is Michael Allred stuff. I love Michael Allred's art. Absolutely love it. Always pick it up when I can. I want to say that whoever his inker and his colorer are really enhance his style. And if he's doing that himself, I don't know that, but it looks fantastic. You can always tell his books. I always grab them when I see them. Very excited about them. Put that down slightly. Another comic book store we went to. It's kind of weird because he didn't like have anything priced. And he ended up just cutting me just great deals. I kept bringing in piles of stuff. And even though I have this one, I was like, if this guy, he don't want nothing for these books. He's basically, I grab a stack like this and he's like, $10. So I picked up Warlord 74, Action Comics Weekly, just because I liked that Phantom Lady cover. And I've been picking up, anytime I see them super cheap, I grab Tales of the Legion of Superheroes or Legion of Superheroes or whatever, just because to me they're the epitome of what DC is, which is a whole bunch of characters that I don't know doing stuff in a place I don't know, and everything I read is new to me, and so I enjoy those. I also grabbed a bunch of the New Titans, random issue of Extreme X-Men because I love their uniforms in that series. Grabbed a random issue of Sensational She-Hulk, number 47, because he didn't have too many, but I just took what I found, which was that one. Teen Titan, or New Titans, I should say, number 93, because this is one I actually hunted down. It's got this is before they made that cartoon show, the Teen Titans Go. But it's almost as if they predicted it, because there's Robin looking at their cartoon show versions of everything and being like super repulsed. Plus it has this big weird centerfold in the middle. And it's just, I don't know, it's like an odd issue out. And so I grabbed that. Picked up New Titans 80. I just kind of grabbed a random assortment of New Titans. Just whatever I could see that looked interesting that he had. Ended up paying like, maybe 25 cents a piece for him. So I was really not hurting on that. Legion of Superheroes number 6. Legion of Superheroes number 5. As far as DC characters that I absolutely love their design, but I know very little about. Firestorm, the Nuclear Man. I love his costume. I love his action figure. His DC Classics action figure is one of my favorite of the whole DC Classics line. And so he's got some amazing comic book covers with some great color. And I snag him if I see him. I just do. I'm going to back up again. Grab some issues of The Huntress, because they were there. Because why not? 12, 16, 18. Found a copy of Damage Control number 2. It's just like these two people that go around clean up after superhero battles, which is awesome. Found Wizard Zero Undertaker. Wasn't going to leave that. Infinity Inc. number 52, because that's a cover by. Infinity Inc. has some great covers, and I just snag them. I haven't read any of them yet. Kind of wanted to get a few put together before I tied into one, but I don't know. Something about them appeals to me. Red Tornado I grabbed just for the cover. It's Red Tornado number 1. I didn't notice it was number 1. I just grabbed it because it looked, I don't know, it looked very Justice Friends. So I grabbed it. Super Friends or whatever you call it. Robin, number 4 of 5. I just grabbed it because I like the cover. Law and Order from Maximum Press. I think I had it, but I wasn't going to leave it for what they were charging, so I grabbed it. Checkmate, number 8. Just because I came across several issues, and some reason I really dug that odd cover. So, Deviate, number 5. Pretty sure I have it, but I didn't want to leave it. Kazar the Savage, number 27. Number 24. I love these old Kazars. And I know I've got a full run, but these were in good shape and they were cheap. And hell, may as well grab a few. Kazar number 32. And I am going to pull these down because I think I might be running out of surface top here. We'll grab these guys too. Set those down. I grabbed, this one's a rough copy, but it's one I've been looking for. It's New Mutants number 39, just because of that Emma Frost cover. I wanted that. So I got that. I like this Tales of the Legion of Superheroes, number 346. Holy shit, that had a long run. I always grab issues of Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers whenever I see them because they're later Jack Kirby work, and I just always do. I just always grab them. I picked up one time that actually had his signature in the front, so I was very thrilled by that. Star Slayer, The Log of the Jolly Roger. I have a few issues of it. I liked this cover. It's a PC book. I've grabbed quite a few of them before. I didn't grab as many this time. Another Legion book. Got a copy of Angel and the Ape, number 4. I always grab those because they're funny. This Tales of the Teen Titans, just because the waterwork on that cover just looked intense. It just looked very detailed, and I was very intrigued by it, so I snagged that. I had another copy of New Titans 93. I just took both of them. Why not? More Legion. New Titans number 8. And this was just, like I said, I was just making a stack, and the guy was just saying, like $10. So I was like, well, I'm going to make another stack, and we're just going to get these. And New Titans 83. Legions of Superhero number 8. These got all mixed up in the transport here. Fury of Firestorm number 16, just because I love the covers on that book. Another couple issues of Huntress. 17, 19, 14, 15. Ooh. Damage Control number 3 with a beautiful She-Hulk cover. I just was excited. And I know it's a mini-series, but I've got 2 of them now, so. Another Infinity Inc., just because I always love their covers. Johnny Thunder, just a weird DC book that I liked the look of. And this is a lady, but she almost looks like Michael Jackson, and I don't know. I just had to go for it. Legion 91. Red Sonja, because you never leave Red Sonja in a bin somewhere. Weird Melvin number 1, because obviously. Ambush Bug, I don't know anything about, but it has a giant koala, so yeah, gonna totally get that. Adventures of the Outsiders, and I'm sure I have this one, I've gotten this one before, but I just liked the cover. This one I think is in a little bit better shape than the one I had. Science Fair, Story of Electronics, Compliments of Radio Shack. It's like a PSA comic book. Totally into those odd little titles. I just grabbed this Random Justice Extreme because I liked the cover. Grabbed some more Kazar because they are always great. I love that cover. And I grabbed a Random Justice League because I thought that was a really nice classic uniform Wonder Woman look. I guess, I also picked up A couple issues of the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. I really wanted to enjoy them, and I kind of read them, and I really didn't. And that kind of made me sad. So I was like, I really wanted to enjoy that book, and just really, really couldn't get into it. Kind of made me sad. Picked up, and these are from my friend. He was selling stuff online, and I bought them from him. I got issues of Legionnaires 3, 1 and 3, Legionnaires 3 and 5, Legion 9125, because that's an awesome cover. He had some issues of something called Karate Kid, so I picked those up. He had doubles of this one. I was just like, yeah, just give me both. Legionnaires number 3, number 2. Legionnaires number 2. Legionnaires 4 and 6. Because why not? I'll pull all these down. Make room for everything here. Guess I ought to throw up a couple just for support. All right. So, my buddy also, as he's comic book shopping online and stuff, found some issues that he thought, you know what, I'll bet Anton would love these, and I'll bet he was right. He picked me up Shauna the Firehair. And I was thinking this is Shauna the She-Devil. It is not. This is an Antarctic press. It's almost manga-ish. Very anime looking. Very manga-y style. So, don't know what it is, but it's from Ben Dunn. It's the same guy who did Ninja High School. He picked me up Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, number 1 from Dynamite. Which, hells yeah. Yeah, do that. That's what I want. And then he really surprised me. He got me China number 2, issue number 1. Big fan of China's. I've tried to collect a lot of her stuff. I've got almost all of her action figures. I've tried to pick up through the years. And I wanted to get some of her comics. I did not have this one. I don't think. I had a bunch of the first series, but I didn't have that one. He also... Let's see here. While he was giving me that stuff, he just gave me some stuff. He gave me an issue of Crash Ryan. These are just out of his extra pile, which I was very grateful for. Gave me an old rough shape Josie and the Pussycats. An old Life with Archie. I know they're rough, but I don't care. An old Reggie and Me. An old Laugh magazine. This one is, they're very rough, but I don't care. I've said that before. Josie and the Pussycats, number 597. Betty and Me, number 199. This, which he thinks is a really creepy, pedo type cover, because it's like a bathing suit competition for little kids, and I don't know. There's all these creepy old people watching, and Archie standing there watching. It's very oddly done. Archie Pals and Gals. And then he had an old issue of Warlock number 8 sitting around. I remember buying this series when it first came out and reading it, and I was like, huh, that's pretty nostalgic. I don't remember it being good, but I remember I bought it and read it, so might not have been too terrible. Ooh, I picked up something. Did you find this interesting? Oh wait, he gave me this April O'Neil too. I was stuck to another one. I grabbed some Eternity comics because I always look for Eternity comics. I found a great deal on these online, and I ended up getting these for $10, $12 or something. Cat Claw, number 2, 4, issue number 5, 7, and 9. These are pretty risque. They're like a European comic, so they're really hard to find here. Not a lot of them made it over here. They're pretty intense. They're just really hard to get, and so for me to find some online, here in the States that were, you know, cheap to ship and affordable, yeah, I totally went with those. Was very happy about it. Very happy to get them for the price I got them. And then the last thing is my friend and I went together on he was doing like a big claim auction on eBay and just snagging just random issues of stuff. And he said, do you want anything? And we'll combine the shipping. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. So I picked up just a handful of weirdness. I got a book called The Choke, which there were several other issues from Anubis Press, but this one had by far the coolest cover. The artwork inside is kind of primitive, pencil-y looking work, but I was pretty happy with it. I got Captain Fortune, #1. Also picked up A.B. MB, which is I don't know what that is, but it was in there, so I went with that. Bought this one based just on the name, Bad Girls Go to Hell, and it is, if you see the cover, it is so like crudely drawn pencil work. It's early Aerosol stuff, so based on the movie classic, not one I've seen. Another one that just cracked me up, Bimbos in Time, and once again, look at how crude this art is. I mean, it is rough. And so I was like, well, that is one of one. How ridiculous. Let me get that. Picked up an issue of Scimitar, because I always get those. One-Fisted Tales #2. Some book called The Outer Space Babes, just because it looked absolutely dorky. And went with that. I got a book called Urban Decay. And I think that's everything I've gotten in the last week. I know that's a long video and it's a long haul. And you know what? I just hope you guys like it. If you do, hit a like. You don't have to. I don't care. Anyway, have a good one. That's my story.